over lightly with new stick and span. The whole house shines brightly like new. Oh, it's grand. The linoleum shining, the woodwork and walls. No rinsing, no wiping. Once over, that's all.
Stick and Span, America's once-over cleaner for painted walls, woodwork, and linoleum. And Joy, the sensational new liquid stuff maker for dishwashing, presents Search for Tomorrow.
It's a new magic liquid. It's Joy, dishwashing magic in a bottle. Watch what a few drops of Joy will do in a sink or dishpan. We just pour in this tiny capful of Joy with the water running. Instantly, Joy starts to build up oceans of suds. Grease-cutting suds that cut grease in a flash. Look, we'll take this greasy plate. Swish it a few times in Joy's wonder-working suds. Rinse under the faucet. And the plate is shining clean. Yes, with Joy, all your dishes go from grease to shine in half the time. So get this magic liquid. Joy. It's dishwashing magic in a bottle.
Joy, 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 joy.
See me, Dad?
Yes, Nancy, sit down. Did you assign Bill Simpkins to bid on that construction job in Warrensville?
Yeah, I did.
I thought I told you months ago I wanted you to get out in the field and meet people.
Well, I know it's a big job, and you're anxious to get the contract. And Simpkins knows the ropes better than I do.
Oh, we'll get the contract no matter who goes. What I want is for you to get some real experience in this business.
Well, I'll go on the next one, Dad.
The next? That's what you said about cars, and Iona, and Linda. The next. Now, listen, Keith, enough is enough. You've been with me for over a year now, and it's high time you developed a real interest in this business.
Dad, I'm just not the high-pressure salesman type.
That's the reason you've got to work twice as hard at learning this thing. Remember, Keith, a man can do anything he wants to do. Well, go ahead. I want to hear what you've got to say.
Well, I don't want to do it. I don't like any part of this business or the way you have to live to run it. I mean, it's your whole life. Every friend you have, every social contact you've ever made has been with an eye to helping this business. Sure, you'll get the job in Warrensville. Because you sent a $300 wedding present to Willard Carter's daughter.
You're darn right. That's one of the reasons. That's what makes business challenging. Tidy. It isn't all in just doing a good job. And that's one of the reasons as my son, I want you to meet Willard Carter and get to know him, too.
Oh.
What's wrong with that?
I feel like a hypocrite.
A hypocrite? Well, you don't feel much like a hypocrite about accepting this company's paycheck at the end of the month, do you?
Well, why don't you fire me if you don't think I'm doing a good job?
Sit down. Now, listen, I'm not deliberately criticizing you. I'm just trying to get some sense to your head. Look, please, I'm not going to last forever. And here's a business you can walk right into. It's a beautiful setup. But it'll fall flat on its face if you don't learn how to run it.
Stop pointing your finger at me. I'm not a kid any
Well,
longer.
then stop acting like one. What goes on in your head? What is it you want?
I want to do something on my own.
Oh, more of that half-baked idea about making pretty pictures, huh?
Oh, you don't understand. You don't want to. Photography's an art. Some people make a lot of money on it, even by your standards.
Well, you haven't made a red cent out of it, and that's what counts.
No, it isn't. What counts is having the talent and the appreciation of someone who will...
More of your wife's high-flown phrases.
That's right. Joanne believes in my talent.
Joanne lives in the clouds. It's all very well to have fine ideals, as long as you know the bills are going to be paid.
It shows how little you know Joanne. Money doesn't worry her. Matter of fact, she's been after me for months to leave this business.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not surprised. All right. Go ahead, leave it. Live in a garret, starve for your art, and then maybe Joanne...
I'll start on Joanne.
I'm not talking about Joanne, I'm talking about you. Now, if you don't like this business and Joanne doesn't want you in it, why don't you quit?
Well,
Because you're not sure you can take it. You're used to a pretty easy living. I think Joanne's ideas are crazy. At least she'll stick to it. She'll see them through. You don't know what you want.
I do know what I want.
You better. Because I'm not going to stand by and see my life's work go for nothing. Now, if you are not willing to prepare yourself for the driver's seat someday, I'm going to find myself another young man who will. I've coddled you long enough.
Stop pointing your finger at me.
Well, I want a decision right here and now.
I'll give you a decision right here and now.
All right, out with it. What is it?
I'll let you know later.
I want to know right now.
I can't tell you right now. I need time. I'm confused.
Get some backbone. Start acting like a man.
I told you to leave me alone.
Where are you going?
I don't know where I'm going. I've got to get away from here.
Now, don't go to Joanne.
I'm not going to Joanne. I've just got to get away from here.
Jumped in bed and pulled the covers up tight under her chin and fell fast asleep. And that's exactly what you ought to be doing, isn't it? Before your daddy gets home.
But where is Daddy, Mama? Something has happened to him?
Of course not, Patty. Nothing could happen to Daddy.
But why doesn't he come home? Where is he?
Well, he may have had to stop someplace on business. Of course, I don't think that's what happened. You know what I think really happened?
What?
Well, I think Daddy was walking home, and as he turned down Center Street, right by Higgins' department store, he was looking in the windows, and he got to thinking, Patty's been such a good girl lately, maybe I ought to buy her a present.
A present for me?
A present for you. So he went into the toy department, but there were so many things, he couldn't make up his mind what he wanted to buy. And I'll bet he's still there, trying to decide.
I can tell him what to buy.
Bet you could have that. But pretty soon he's going to make up his mind and pay the sales girl and hurry home. And when he gets there, he's going to want to find you all snug in bed, isn't he, young lady?
Can't I wait up to see what Daddy brings me?
Patty, it's way past your bedtime now. You go to sleep and dream about the wonderful present Patty's going to bring you. And when you wake up in the morning, it'll be a surprise.
Sing me a song first.
Now, Patty.
Oh, come on. Sing me a song about the present Daddy's bringing me.
One song, young lady. If you promise not to give me any more arguments.
I promise.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing, Papa's gonna buy you a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring is black, Papa's gonna buy you a looking glass. And if that looking glass gets broke, Papa's gonna buy you a building of gold. If that building of gold won't hold, Papa's gonna buy you a cart and a bull. If that cart and a bull breaks down, you're still the sweetest little baby in town. what a mess you've made about Mary's door. Oh, Edith, that's easy to clean with this new formula Spick and Span. I just bring out a cloth and a Spick and Span solution, so it's merely damp. Now watch. Greasy finger marks and stubborn dirt vanish like magic. In no time, woodwork, painted walls, too, shine beautifully clean. It's just once over. No going back a second and third time to rinse and wipe dry. Another thing, new Spick and Span is mild for hands as using a beauty soap and safer than ever for paint. Remember,
Just once over lightly with new Spick and Span. The whole house shines brightly like new. Oh, it's grand. The linoleum shining, the woodwork and walls. No rinsing, no wiping. Once over, that's all.
But where is Daddy, Mom? Something has happened to him? But where is Daddy, Mom?
hello, Victor. This is Joanne.
Yes, Joanne?
Do you happen to know where Keith is?
Wicked? Well, he left the office early this afternoon.
Well, I know there's no reason to be worried, but I can't imagine why he isn't home yet. Did he say anything to you?
Well, we had a bit of an argument.
What about?
Joanne, you're on a party line after all.
But Victor, you see.
Don't you worry. He probably stopped in at that camera club of his and got to gassing with his cronies. He'll be along any minute.
All right, Victor, thank you. Goodbye.
He left the office early. We had a bit of an argument.
Where is Daddy, Mom?
He left the office early.
Something happened to him?
We had a bit of an argument.
Listen again tomorrow, when Joy, the sensational new liquid suds maker for dishwashing, and Spick and Span, America's once-over cleaner for painted walls, woodwork, and linoleum, brings you Search for Tomorrow.
Joy is here. Procter & Gamble's new dishwashing discovery.
Look, it's liquid, completely different. Just a few drops make billows of suds.
Fastest dishwashing possible. Dishes go from grease to shine in half the time with Joy.
This is the CBS Television Network.